Alright guys, what do you think? Think it's time to get it done? I think so. Let's get to it. Alright, so enough talking. Let's just get it done. Alright, let's see. What do we need today? Big one or small one? I'll go with smaller. And our card scraper. Possibly spoke shave. Might need that. Alright. Let's get the handle cleaned up. If you guys would like to know how I sharpen this card scraper, you can look at the upper right corner of your screen and hit that card, or you can find the link in the description. Alright, a few things need to be addressed before we sand this handle down. First off, we need to round this a little bit more, and there are vise marks because we didn't use wood before. Same with this side. And we will be able to sand it. Alright, so I'm going to come at an angle and I'm just going to slowly work this down by hand. If you use a hammer of some sort, you will mess up your handle. So, links in the description also if you guys want to see how I sharpen this one. And some of you might be curious. From what I understand, this is a dark oak wood. So it's really hard. And the color is really nice. Alright, we can't forget the other side though. So we'll flip it over and we'll do that really quick. Same thing as the last one. Just don't mess it up. And I have another thing to show you guys right after we get this part done. Alright, so if you look over at this side, I think it's this side, yes, it is. You guys can see how it is round, or it's not rounded. So we have to round it. This part you have to be a little bit more careful than the last one, because it will just chip away like that. So we're going to switch over to a file. Alright, we got our file, and this should be a lot safer. Alright, time for a quick sanding now. And we're going to fit the head now. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a little something. So we want our handle to be right about there, I would assume. I'll just focus for you guys really quick. Alright, so we're just going to come along our line, because this is how we want our handle to look. And mark it at the top. Doesn't have to be precise, it's just general shape. And then what we can do is mark how far in it is, right about there. And the back is right about there. So it's not a big eye, if you guys can see that. It's super small. Alright, so let's go take a look, because we need a smaller chisel. Come on out. Let's go see which we got. Let's see. What are we wanting to use? Is this my sharp one? Yes, it is. Alright, we'll use this one. And we will use rounded. We'll use these two. Possibly one of these. Which one? We'll go with big round bolted one. And I might use a coping saw. Not sure about that yet. Alright, we're going to come along with the wide gullet one, and we're going to just pound out our line. Not going to go super deep, but enough for when we start to file everything down, we will see it. Alright, which file do we want? Maybe that one, maybe that one. We'll just go with this one. Alright, so I'm just going to take my rough file and I'm going to work the line down. And we will switch this to the other side once it gets in the vice jaws. Ugh. Alright. And we'll do the same to this side, which has no markings, so I have to be extra careful. There we go. Alright, so all we have to do now is round off this back side. Well, not all we have to do, but majority of it. And let's try that. Alright guys, so far it looks good. All we have to do now is drop it a little bit further and round this off on both sides. Not too hard. The handle's going really well. Looks really nice. Alright, you guys ready? Got my little tiny chisel out. It is woodcraft if you guys were interested. I'm trying to take the least amount of wood possible. There's no putting the wood back on. I'm going to lose my hammer now. Just go by hand. Alright, so what I'm looking for right here is to see if the left side is flat with the right. And you guys can see it's off a little bit, but I'm actually going to just take barely off anymore, because what I want is for it to kind of take in the wood and be a little bit more firm when it gets in the axe head. Alright guys, here goes the moment of truth. So it's a tight fit just to get it in there. I'm going to make sure I'm going the right way, which I was not. And here it goes. So it's a little bit tight. There goes my other wood piece. So it's really starting to fold up, and it's starting to look really nice. I'm gonna have to pop this off though and drive it, or chisel it out a little bit further. I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Alright, so I've modified it up a little bit, and let's see how she fits. So far, so good. It's really coming up nice. Alright, so here's where we're at. This just needs to come down a little bit further. This side will need to come down a little bit further. This right here just needs to be thinned out, so that won't be too hard. But we're not at the top yet, so that's going to require just a tad bit more work. It's not too bad. And this part will be neat and thinned out. So next video, I knew we wouldn't, I didn't know, but figured we wouldn't get to it. we'll take the handle back off, and I'll have this done before you guys see that video. And so next video we'll put a wedge in after we cut it, of course. And then we'll do some handle care, put my maker's mark on it. And if we have time, we'll sharpen this up. But here's how the handle's looking so far. It's looking really nice. If you guys could feel it, it would feel really good. It's really good thickness. And as of right now, I really don't need to put a wedge in there. It's really tight. It took me probably 10 minutes to get this off originally. And once it was modified, it dropped a lot further. So I still want a wedge in it. It looks better that way. Plus, we still have to drop it down about an inch. So next video, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys then.